Let's talk about the idea of not having expectations. Letting go of expectations. Letting go has helped me in so many ways in my life to be able to see how wonderful my life is, to keep my vibe up, to be able to really be authentic and find my power. Letting go of expectations for myself and others is something that I have struggled with, and I still do at times struggle with. As I've been practicing it, I've gotten so much better at it, and it's really helped me in my life to let go of the idea that I expect myself to do something, and the idea that I expect other people to do things for me. Now, I do like when I do stuff for myself and when other people do stuff for me, but I can't always expect it. And when I can let go of those expectations, lower those expectations, not worry so much that they're not getting met, it actually helps me to see that they're going to get met. Whether I worry and stress about them, they actually end up getting met beyond my expectations when I can drop my expectations. When I let go of expectations, it helps me to see all the help that I can receive, that I do receive. When I expect it, I don't hold on to it as much. I don't remember it. I take it for granted. But when I can not expect it and I receive it, it just means so much more to me, and I'm able to hold on to it, to celebrate it, and be thankful for it. So much easier. So I want to start with a pretty simple one. That is just the idea of taking out the trash. So I love it when people take out the trash for me, when I don't have to be the only one taking the trash out. But when I expect it, it really hurts me, because then maybe someone doesn't do it one day, and then I have to do it, and then it's an obligation, and then it's just like such a heavy weight on my shoulders that I have to take the trash out. So I decided that I'm going to change that. And I didn't know when I first started how I was going to fix that idea of trying to be thankful that people are taking the trash out for me. So I meditated on it. I did my yoga and my journaling, grounding myself with my water, with my oils, and decided not to worry so much about it. I also used my idea of being vulnerable, talking to people about my problem of expecting others to do things for me. And it helped lead me to this idea that these expectations are hurting me, and I have to let them go. So then I decided to start taking the trash out on my own, as I always do. But instead to see that Nobody wants to take the trash out. Nobody wants to do the dishes. And so when I do these things, even like, I guess it used to be a burden on me, but then I started seeing it in a new light. And I saw that these things are things that nobody wants to do. So I decided to turn it around and find a way to want to do these things. So I started telling myself that if I take the trash out, if I do the dishes, that means that other people don't have to. And that is a way that I can give to others. I can help those that I love by doing these simple tasks. And then it became less of an obligation. And I was kind of glad to be able to do it so others could rest and relax. And I made sure I got my resting and relaxation time in. But I looked at this chore, this job, as less of an obligation and more of a way to give to those I love. So then, after I changed my outlook of my expectations and let go of deciding that other people should do it, something strange happened. All of a sudden, people started doing these things for me. I stopped asking them to do it. I started just doing it on my own. And then suddenly, one day, somebody else took the trash out. Somebody else did the dishes. And I was in awe. I was like, I didn't even ask you to do it. I didn't even expect you to do it. I've been doing it selflessly, I guess. And yet here you are doing it. And I was shocked at first to see that that was happening. But now, when someone takes the trash out for me or does the dishes for me, I hold on to it. And what I mean by holding on to it, when I was in this state of lack, of no one is doing this for me and I wish somebody would, they would do it, and then I'd just be like, good, finally you did it. Jesus Christ, like, can you, like, I don't know, do it again eventually? But now it's like, I don't know, I'm my idea of it is more like, wow, you did that for me? That's incredible. I'm super thankful. I have just, like, I celebrate it. I don't just move on to the next task and be busy and worried and stressed and in this state of lack. I can be in a state of gratitude and celebrate it and remember it and journal about it and hold on to it and realize that they did this small selfless act. And I kind of tell myself they did it for me. And it makes me feel good. And then I can see the help that I'm receiving because I don't have that expectation anymore. I also allow it to motivate and inspire me. So I write it down, I replay it in my head a day or two later, or multiple times, and I'll be thankful, remembering, hey, he did the dishes for me. Hey, she took out the trash for me. Wow, this is incredible. This actually is happening in my life. Whereas before it was like, cool, you did the dishes, now go sweep the floor, whatever. Like, I have to clean the toilet now, or something like that. But I slow down and I focus on the gratitude and I keep myself in this vibe of gratitude and motivation, and I'm inspired by the fact that I have people to help me. One other idea of this idea of seeing the help that I receive due to dropping my expectations is the idea that that other people want to spend time with me. They expect things from me. They want things from me. And so when I'm in the state of lack, I feel like I can't give people what they want from me. And I kind of feel bad about it, and I focus on it too much, and I kind of feel shame and guilt. And I've been learning how to let go of that shame and guilt, learning how to let go of these expectations of myself that I should be able to spend all this time with all these people in my life, and instead switch that up. And so again, meditation, journaling about it, replaying it in my mind, being vulnerable and talking to people about it, grounding myself when I get too much into this state of lack, slowing down, breathing, not worrying. It puts me in a state of abundance, and God and the universe just shine down upon me and show me that I am already doing it. I am already meeting their expectations, and I'm meeting my expectations. And I don't have to worry about being better and meeting more expectations, playing even more with my kids, spending even more time with my friends. Because even if I get to spend one weekend out of 6 months with them, we can cherish that time, or at least I can cherish that time and not worry so much that, oh, I haven't seen my friend in 6 months, like 6 years, like when is this going to happen again? And instead understand that I saw my friend 6 months ago, and that's something to celebrate. You know, I saw my kids 2 days ago, and that's something to celebrate. Even though they have to go spend time with their dad sometimes, it's okay. And that doesn't mean that I am any less. You can just turn it off, honey.
I didn't know what it was for.
Thank you. So, my dogs and my kids want to play with me all the time, huh? Mm-hmm. And I used to tell myself that poor pitiful me, I can't spend enough time with my little kids. But kids and dogs, I don't know, they're always going to want to spend time with me. And that's cool and all. And it used to bring me down and make me feel bad that I can't spend all this time with them. But now I can see that even just a little bit of time is enough. And I don't have to worry and tell myself I'm not good enough. I'm not spending enough time with my children. I'm not spending enough time with my dogs. Even though they always want me, I don't have to let that drag me down. I don't have to care so much that I'm not meeting this expectation of theirs. I love them. I care about them. I feed them. I bathe them. I give them clothes and shoes and a house, and I take them to school. I do so much for them. I don't have to play with them just because they expect it of me, and I don't have to beat myself up over it when I am not meeting their expectations. It's honestly not even my problem. So I can let it go. Let go of feeling this idea that I don't meet their expectations. So it used to hurt me because I care about them and their needs, but now I can see that I don't have to allow it to hurt me. And I do meet their needs. And I can focus on and remember and replay in my head over and over that I am meeting their needs and their expectations. And I don't have to feel bad when they come cry to me wanting to play and I can't because I have to pay their bills. So I hope all of this makes sense. The idea of letting go of your expectations. I know lowering expectations is something that people kind of frown upon, but not me. This is how I live my life, and I hope that this helps you in some way to understand. If you have any questions or comments about it, hit me up and let me know how you in your life have decided to weigh your expectations. Peace.